Welcome to Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Auburn Tigers. Reese Davis, Nathan Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Coach Venables told me before the game, he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Sooners ready to kick it away first. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Brown wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled it. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that
could be an alley. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Quick release by the QB. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Quick completion to the right. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. To the air, it's Mateer. Setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Wants to throw again. Dances away. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on 3rd down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. Coming out with it, it's Kane. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. That keeps the running game churning, pick up a 5 to the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Brown will throw it. And that one's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
3rd down play from the gun. Unloads it left. Right on target this time. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Trips left, one wide receiver to the right on 2nd and 9. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. The option, the keeper, breaks into the open. He's inside the 40, the 20. He is in. Touchdown Sooners.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Makes a move. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They've spotted them a 10-0 start now to see if they can answer on this drive. Snagged out of the air.
Well, they execute the end route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running inside, it's Cobb. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the 1st down, new set of downs, let's go.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. To the ground, he's got it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop.
He's got it down the field. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the 1st quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Brown wants to pass. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Right down the boulevard, it's good. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Bringing it back. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Off the play fake. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
Reels it in down the left side. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is the huge play as this offense rolling.
Man, you gotta love when your offenses start to get to this point and they see coverages. They understand cover 2. Cornerback wants to sit in the flats. Safety in the middle of the field. Where's the hole? How can I exploit it? Nice job, receiver running straight down the sidelines, and the timing of the ball right between the corner and the safety. That's really good execution by this offense.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
The run inside. It's Robinson. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Reads it, fires, it's a fumble. Oh, and just like they drew it up, put it on the ground, fall on top of it, still get the first down. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Sooners will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. The option look. He'll toss it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Nimrod. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Buys a little extra time. Upstairs, he's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that's a really good response by this defense, man. You don't get too down on yourself. You don't beat yourself up. You line up. You play the next play. Nice job getting in the backfield. Now, going on the offensive, getting them in 2nd and long, a pretty predictable situation.
And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He's taking the shot. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Sends it back in motion. Quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Brown will throw it. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Makes it past the marker. Racing to the right. The 30. The 20. Past the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Brown wants to pass. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
The Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Auburn calls it second of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Kane. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Final timeout called by the Tigers. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Running inside, it's Cobb. There he goes. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Brown will throw it. Back's looking for the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Auburn!
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you built some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the second quarter. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Takes a hit as he fires. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here. Here's a little room there. Got enough for the first. the 50, the 40, past the 30. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown Sooners!
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And they tack on the PAT. It's 31-13. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A strike downfield. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Sooners will have it 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mateer. That's caught. It's Harris. At the 45 on his way. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots, and that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now, and he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Harris. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Man, that linebacker is athletic. He can make tackles in space against very athletic dudes. That receiver's not an easy guy to bring down. That linebacker got him down quick.
They might want to find a way to put it in drive and go forward. It's 3rd and 16. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points.
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Handoff to Xavier. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
Got a little grass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And it started with their offense. They put them in a bye, man. They're already trailing, needed a good possession here in this third quarter to cut into the lead. What do? They turn the football over, short side of the field. Their defense doesn't hold, and this game is getting out of hand.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Nimrod. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll give it to him again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. They'll move the tight end. The run inside. It's Cobb. It's a fumble on the play. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Knocked down, but not before. He gets the first down after recovering the fumble. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Brown wants to pass. He unleashes a long one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's third down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling.
Turning it on! They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, And he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give on the counter. Maybe some room here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's to Tegna. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mateer. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. And we'll start the 4th quarter by trying to boot a 3 through there. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So here comes the Auburn offense. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
A really nice job by the quarterback putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
He'll pull it down. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down.
Finding some room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Couldn't find any room at all, and he'll lose 7 on the play. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up. Those corners fly up. Out.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this.
Looking for more room. Picks up the first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Tigers send out the offense to go to work. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Back to pass. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
This time he's got it. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than...
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
They'll start on the ground with Xavier Robinson. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. The Sooners have a lot of options on second and inches. Gives it on the option. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Hey, how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, ready.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Now on the move.
And I know that wasn't a big game, but this offense needed that, man. That back-to-back picks on back-to-back possessions, they got to get something going, get some good mojo, get everybody believing again, and settle their quarterback down.
Running inside, it's Cobb. There's a crease. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back. Nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Washington. Oh, what a cut! He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next.
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Coming out with it, it's Bowen. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Rides the option, he keeps it. And not much picked up there, but that will do it for this one.